Discord, but I don't like watch it.
I'd say just leave the tech alone, but we are live. And welcome back to Nox Vitalia, and yet another further in their campaign into a very, very cold place.
Yay!
So before we go too far, announcement-wise, well, about the only announcement that I really have, other than thank you to Martia's Muses, yet again for music.
Switched over.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
There's a delay.
Got lag.
But thank you to Martia's Muses. The link to tonight's track is in the description. Also, in lieu of economics, me needing to change job and not having the hours that were required, plus but wanting to actually expand ourselves, if you really like, we would appreciate any and all donations towards keeping our stream running. The GoFundMe account for this is, or the GoFundMe for this is also in the description. Does anybody else have anything?
I figured I would make the announcement since Anaya isn't able to make it tonight. The announcements for reptiles, for all the scaly reptiles, is one of our sponsors. They provide us with ink and paper. There's that. Also, thank you to John for this pork roast and the potatoes and the carrots and the nummy numminess. Sorry, I got stuck.
Fair. Oh, before I forget as well, the GoFundMe does have one added bonus for our viewers. At every $100, I will release NPCs an NPC or two that I have created, and when we hit the $500 mark, I will give the stat blocks out for the current big bad, including back history and lore. So there's that. And I guess that anybody else?
I think at 1,000 we should provide a concept art. But, I'm not the...
At 1,000, I'll get into Dungeon Alchemist and make maps for them. But, so, getting into tonight's game. Last week, the Kalora, Wisp, and Ronan found themselves backtracking into the room from whence they came, and were met there by 6 rather well-armed kobolds. Having defeated them and freed Kalora from her cage, Kalora seems to have also disappeared at the end of the fighting, leaving just Wisp and Ronan in a room with 6 quite dead kobolds, thanks to Wisp's circle of death.
Yay!
Because, yeah, he kind of just wiped the room. So,
one fucking cantrip.
you all have not looted anybody's bodies or anything like that, if you would like to take a moment to do so.
I'll take half, you take the other.
Sure.
So I just read 3 of the kobolds. I loot.
Alright, so because it was 3 or 2 of each, that makes it really easy.
You can loot the 3 on the outside of the room, and I'll loot the 3 on the inside of the room that I killed.
Or there was 2 of each kind of kobolds. Let's just get 1 of each.
Okay.
Alright, so, remember those 2 that were carrying mallets?
Yeah.
Well, you obviously find their mallet, a hand crossbow on each. They actually are carrying about 4 gold pieces to a pop. Well, 2 on one and 6 on another.
Okay.
Averages out to 4 apiece.
Alright.
Stats on the mallet, I'll hand you each the book because each of you has one.
Okay. I'll have to ask later what kind of mallet.
Yeah, that's what I'll hand you the book for.
Okay.
each find a potion of healing, a wand, what looks like a chime, and a burglar's pack on them, plus a dagger and a sling.
Dagger.
And a pouch full of spell components.
Pouch of spell components.
And on the third type, let's see, each find another potion of healing, a set of lock picks each, and thieves' tools, and put question marks next to the lock picks.
And thieves' tools.
Yes, which would also include lock picks and all of that, but this is a separate set of lock picks kept in a different pouch.
So what else did we find? I got a wand, 2 potions of healings, a dagger with a sling, log picks, thieves' tools.
Burglar's pack, and you got a mallet.
I got the mallet.
In total, there are 4 potions of healing, just standard. 2 packs of thieves' tools, 4 burglars packs, 2 extra sets of lock picks, question mark. 2 mallets, question mark. The shields got broken.
Wands, daggers, and slings.
And 2 wands, 2 chimes,
Oh yeah, chimes. That's what I forgot to write down.
yeah. That's what you find on these guys. And that brings us around for a minute while once you identify the mallets and the lockpicks and the chimes, I'll give you the information on them, but until then, they just feel funny when you touch them.
Okay.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
You might be able to tell that they're magical if you do, yes.
Is that about it?
Yep.
It's all the information you're getting.
Anything else, you would actually have to be able to identify them through like a spell of identification or something of that nature.
Couldn't use investigation or anything?
Not for the way these function. And that brings us around to Torin. Now, Torin, because of life affecting a player, when the fighting ended, the last thing you remember was the guards falling and the people who had helped liberate you disappearing, everything fading to black, and you find yourself incredibly cold. You can't move. You feel mildly damp. The sound of wind echoes through your ears like it was muffled through glass.
Okay.
And a voice almost hissed out in its words. No, let's see how they manage. You, having watched the stream, know how they managed.
Yeah.
And you watched the entire thing from a, at this point, nondescript location. Kind of in and out of the exact same space and time.
I got renditioned. Damn it.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Now, as you're coming to your consciousness on this, realizing that you could, it almost looked like a projection in front of you. The room that Ronan and Wisp are standing in grows cold. The air, all of a sudden you can see your breath. Frost starts forming, even on your nice frost salamander skin cloak. Icicles start hanging from the ends of your hair, Ronan.
That's bullshit.
And an unforeseen wind starts feeding its way into the room, with a fog creeping down the stairs that you remember coming from.
Well, it's a good thing I went pee before the frost started.
Why would you have peed your pants?
No. A pepper would have been out and the frost would have hit it.
About this time, mist starts swirling around your feet and spiraling upward. A body starts forming inside of it, taking more corporeal form. Two objects an object to its left and right, almost statuesque, and you start seeing light.
Okay.
And you can see them. You can't move, but you see frost and, in some cases, icicles, like off the tufts of hair out of your ears wisp, there are icicles starting to form. But the two of you would see a roughly 6 foot tall, God knows what race, humanoid, wearing long flowing robes that look as if they were patterned from snow. She's obviously female, at least in this particular guise, and looks at you both. Oh, I see. So that's the commotion. A shame. And so I have two of your friends. What say you that we talk for a moment? I mean, it's not cost effective for you to continue running around like this.
I think it's a trap.
Before we begin, I have one question. Did we get a long rest or a short
Nope.
rest or anything?
Nope. That's what I'm saying. I think it's a trap.
My mouth. Can I open my eyes or my mouth?
Your eyes are kind of frozen open. It's cold enough in the room still that you are staying literally frozen in not a block of ice, but there's like a 2-inch thick coating. Sort of like Mr. Freeze zapped you with the gun.
Okay.
Turns out that the projection was actually just inside the ice in front of your eyes.
Oh, okay.
Kalora is similarly iceberg. Her wings look quite pretty with the light coming through like this, though. I mean, the feathers just cause a really interesting refraction. And hang down like daggers. And so, would you like to talk? Or should we continue the farce that you'll ever get out of here alive?
Who's she talking to? Who's talking to who?
Talking to Ronan and Wisp.
Go first, answer the question. I mean,
I think it's a trap, so I don't know.
talk or fight. Those are the options.
Well, talk or who knows, really. I mean, she's got two of your friends standing as very statuesque ice figurines.
I mean, we can talk, but don't forget, I'm not scared to kill you.
She just kind of smirks a little bit,
She?
waves her hand, and a chair comes up out of the floor that looks like it's a carved ice sculpture, basically. It's that really, really pure crystalline ice with no air bubbles or white infractions or anything in it.
We're fighting elves though.
Right.
You wish.
Fuck elves. Fuck that movie.
Comparatively, probably. And she, oh, how rude of me, and proceeds to make a table and 2 more chairs appear in front of each of you. By all means, sit. I'll have someone bring us something to eat.
So I sit down very leery with my hand on my sword.
So, oh, come now, dear. If I wanted you dead, I would just bite off your face. No sense in that right now. The 2 of you aren't quite ripe, and your friends here, the bird looks like it might be stringy. You need to fatten her up, and as for the ranger, I'm not even sure where that one staggered in from.
I'm really tough. You don't want to just eat me.
I'm gonna like lick the edge of my chair and then sit down in it.
It's very cold. Tastes like clean spring water.
Alright. And then I'm gonna lean over and look at Ron and be like, dude, seriously? Only bitches need a sword.
Sword this big.
About the time that you say that, you watch as a about 3 or 2.5 foot long blade made of ice forms in her hand. Civilized. Do you have no decorum? And here I thought you worked for a queen as a diplomat at one point in your existences.
That was before I was cursed, given VD a bunch of times, and I'm dying. Who gives a fuck now?
Hey, I can make stuff like that too!
What, curses, VD, or the ice?
Well, I can't make ice, but I can make a blade in my hand.
I feel like I'm watching my
Interesting. So, let's discuss negotiations. Your fine feathered popsicle here is probably best left in that condition until you can get it to a healer.
Excuse me.
Is that in character?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was in character.
Oh. As you're letting that out, a kobold comes running up with a very large tray full of food. And another comes up with a piping hot silver tray with what looks like a teapot on it. And sits it down and she says, well, I'm completely off my tea now. But help yourselves. Oh, and which one of you speaks for your party?
When you froze.
Probably me.
Probably.
I mean, I guess I am the captain of the ship.
I mean,
True, it's
Or one.
yep.
it would more than likely be me.
Fuck you, Wisp.
More than likely. Neither of you sounds very certain. Hold on.
Well, to be honest, I do my own thing when I want, how I want. Occasionally,
Kind
I
of
follow my friends.
same here.
I see.
We
Wow.
kind of do our own thing, and then when the time's right, we meet up and do shit, fuck shit up, leave.
I see. Well, since all that you're really into is fine fuckery, then apparently, I guess I need to find somebody more intelligent to talk to.
No, I'm not really into fine fuckery. I do a lot of experimentation. I collect a lot of different items on our adventures, and those items I figure out a new purpose for it.
She giggled. Yes, I've seen some of the items you collect. That being the case, we'll never get anything done with the two of you voting back and forth trying to decide on what to do. She snaps her fingers and you find yourself completely thawed standing in an ice-filled room, able to move. Do have a seat. We need a third party to mitigate. And another chair forms at the table as well.
Am I experiencing any like sort of
Side effects?
no
Hypothermia.
shit? I just lost the word. Not disorientation.
Okay, there is a minor fuck up to your equilibrium, but not enough for me to have you roll with it. Basically, what it comes from is the fact that you were actually suspended in ice, so your body did not have to hold its own weight for an extended period of time, and all of a sudden gravity just kicked in.
Oh, I might catch my balance and like kind of center myself, and then I'm gonna walk towards my seat that she provided.
So in other words, you have sea legs.
Basically.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a seat. Kind of just assessing this. The person I had me suspended. What do I see when I look at her?
Roughly, she's no longer standing, but she's roughly about 6 foot tall. She has pointed ears like an elf, long, pale bluish white hair, silver eyes. Her lips are such a pale pink that they almost look like silver in a sunset. Like that weird pink that snow can get sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like she's flesh toned, only in the shades of snow and flesh toned.
You don't say. Now I'm intrigued.
And her dress looks at first like it would be
Well,
made out of very,
yeah,
very
so
small powdered
it's,
gemstones. But on a closer observation, they're actually snowflakes, very, very coarse and finely knit together.
Is she like a rare species?
You have never seen somebody like her before in your life.
I'm gonna sit down and be like, I've heard tales of your kind because I've wandered around the house backwoods of the world. And
You would have heard there are
some.
some strange things in the snows sometimes. That's about it.
Yeah, well, yeah. I feel like I've heard.
All I can think of is
This makes me more cautious because I've heard wives' tales.
Basically, yeah, very strange speculations of odd figures that come out of the snow and are not from the material plane, so to speak.
So because I even got sucked into this whole shit show on accident. Yeah, so I'm gonna be cautious and sit down, and I'm gonna. Well,
So, by all means, help yourself to some tea, biscuits, you know.
I'm totally taking tea because I'm cold. I thank you.
Warm
for,
cinnamon chai.
I thank you for the drink. Thank you for the accommodations and the beverages.
Finally, someone with manners.
Do you have any? I heard what she was saying to them, right?
Correct.
And what are you proposing term-wise to
Well,
end this chicanery?
to end this chicanery, well,
I'm somewhat polite, okay, but I'm not 100% civilized.
you do live out mistakes.
Yeah. My social skills are lacking.
She just kind of looks at, well, I need to go to the far west. They have this lovely sauce that would be perfect with the tabaxi. You can taste like whatever you die as. I just have to stop time before you shift back. And the bird, well, like I said, there's just not enough meat on the bones to make it worth the snacking effort. I'd be worried that I'd get something caught between my teeth that would just not taste right. So, my proposal is that you come back when you're ripe. And in exchange for coming back when you're ripe, I'll leave that pretty little town that I plucked the three of you out of alone. At least that long.
Technically, we weren't fucked up.
We're still in the dungeon, right? Or wherever we met up at.
Yes, plucked out of, walked into. You see, the fact is that you were expecting to find yourselves on an icy plain in front of a very strange-looking crystalline dragon. Instead, you found yourselves in my fridge.
That's where you're wrong. I wasn't expecting to find myself anywhere. I just walked through a portal.
I might glare at him. Like,
I only went in because my friend went in and I didn't want them to die alone.
Oh, but you do want them to die. Well, they can die once they're plump. I like my poultry to have some meat on it.
Unless you die first.
She kind of smiles a little bit. And goes, well, I suppose that's a possibility. So, there's the deal. I send the three of you and your ice statue back. And leave that little town of Evermist alone. For... well, I'll find someplace else to snack for a bit. I hear there's this lovely desert town that's never seen a snowstorm. That should last for a while.
I think I'm going to do the smart thing currently, and I'm going to drink one of my greater healing potions.
Good call. So, it's either that or I make the kobolds some stew tonight. They'll eat anything. And, I just pluck poor little Evermist dry. Now, while you've never been there personally, you would know that Evermist was just over the mountain from where your little town was on the border of the Felllands.
okay.
So, do we have an agreement? And how long do you think it would take the four of you to ripen?
I'm still, for my species, I'm still relatively young, so I feel like give me a couple of years.
I'm a little on the rugged side. It would probably take at least a minimum of 20 years for me to ripen.
Oh, I meant ripened like veal.
Yeah. Probably about 20 years.
Whenever I'm old and mushy.
I need you to roll persuasion.
My persuasion?
Yeah, against her insight. It don't matter. She believes you. Oh, 20 years, huh? Well, I suppose. If it's going to take you that long to ferment. I haven't had aged meat in quite some time. That could work. Alright, and, since these two have chimed in, how long do you think it'll take you to ripen?
50 years.
50.
Did you say 50 years?
I'm a fake creature. I age differently.
Persuasion.
Again, roll persuasion. $25. I rolled a nat 1 on yours. She has a plus 16.
Fuck, 14.
Oh, gee, don't believe
Like-
you said.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll give you, at a maximum, 20 years. Or your exploits reaching my ears way out here.
Exploits meaning what?
Your deeds.
Oh, we're gonna make them.
So is that 20 years from today, or is that like age-wise?
That's from today.
20 years from right about. The next thing you hear is her holding up her hands, a snap, and you find yourself right outside of the healer's encampment of the druidic grove of Evermist. The town around you is very obviously run by a grove of druids. Off in the distance, maybe about a quarter-mile away down a path, you can see what looks like a large marketplace that's built around a very large furnace. There's a hustle and bustle of a city, cold mountain air, and everything that the two of you would recognize. There's also a very popsicled and frozen, some of the ice pink from where they were bleeding, Colora.
Are there still ice people?
No, we're.
The portals all seem to have closed, and the people who were frozen,
Yeah.
minus about 15 that you don't know where they were,
Yeah.
well, you know where they went,
Yeah.
are gone. They seem to have thawed out, as if the magic was dropped, much in the same way that it was dropped from
Okay.
you. It seems that way as to what's actually going on. You'd have to talk to people for that. So what y'all doing?
Who's gonna rope in? You wanna rope initiative? See who's what? You wanna order?
Yeah, go ahead and each of you roll initiative. That way we can figure out an out of combat and not have issues.
I just had a question.
Yeah.
What about my curse? Does that mean I can't technically age 20 years and I reset every time? So that means I'm never gonna be taken.
See, now there's the interesting thing. It doesn't care. It's at 20 years at a maximum.
Maybe you went 20 years from a day and you reset. You just gotta get your ass out of the loop and you're a baby.
Yeah, but until I lift the curse, I'm stuck in that loop. Will
Like
to a
that
certain
doesn't-
point die, reset to the time I'm 17, and start all over again.
She did mention veal. You're kind of fucked.
My initiative is 10.
They got 13.
14.
1, 2, 3. Cool. So, Pudgy, what you doing? Or Wisp, excuse me.
I am going to go find food.
Well, where are you going to find food? Are you headed towards the Druid's Grove and encampment? Are you headed back towards the Cheerful Traveler and the tavern? What are you doing?
I'm gonna head towards the tavern.
And what are you doing about the Kalora statue that's kind of just standing in the pathway right now?
I'm fucking with. I'll take it.
I mean, I was thinking about licking the statue just because it's ice, so I'm gonna lick it, obviously.
It stays frozen.
Okay.
Kind of like dry ice. There's a little bit of fog coming off.
Yeah, I'm gonna head to the tavern.
Alright, so once you all show up at town, Wisp turns tail and runs, leaving Kalora just standing there. And a little goblin runs out, looks at you. Where'd you go? Who are you?
Where's the healer?
Hi,
Hi.
I'm Ishkabibble. What you want?
Need a healer and some way to transport those black eyes. And
Just give it with the healer.
oh, I don't fucking know that.
Oh, you're good? No, just letting you know, just give it with the healer.
Yeah.
He was almost died once before, we had to bring him back.
Best healer in town right now. If you've seen these druids, they don't know nothing. They're still using roots.
Gonna whistle, and it's gonna be like two reasons for that. One, I want my fucking see if my horse is even rolling around. Two, I didn't shit my pants trying not to eat, so I feel like so it's whistle relief, but also a call. Just for shits and giggles.
called a what?
My horse.
Okay.
But because I need somewhere to move this block of ice. I feel like we need to get her somewhere she can thaw it. He can do whatever he's gonna do.
It's gonna be a little.
Hold on. I'll take care of that. Oh, God. What's that smell? It smells like something that...
Don't ask.
Where's your friend? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I got some different kind of diseases. Do you think you might be able to heal me or cure me?
Walks up to you, starts sniffing you kind of in the exact manner a dog would. Like, walks around you and sniffs your butt.
I gathered as much.
And then you feel the point of his nose real close to that crease at your thigh and your groin areas.
Oh. Well. Come back tomorrow if it hasn't rotted off and I can fix it.
Tomorrow? What about today?
Looks over at Kalor.
I've got a bird to thaw and organs to regrow. You think I got time to keep your junk from falling off?
Good name.
I mean, seriously, dude.
Whatever.
Is that in character?
Just don't go whoring.
Well, that's the point. Why do you want to dig what tonight?
Well, there's a creek down that way. I suppose you could dip it in there. Just do it downstream from the town, please.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Why is it I smell vampire?
You're not gonna smell me. I'm not gonna be near there.
You were though.
Yeah, I was, but I'm at the tavern. I am.
Well, keep in mind that this would have been happening as you're walking off,
Okay.
and you don't walk that fast. The tavern's a good quarter-mile away, so
Okay.
you're leaving a trail of sand.
Yeah.
What? So we're out. We landed outside.
You are outside of what looks like it's been a cleared section of woodland that has a bunch of rickety makeshift and slapstick type shelters put together. It has a few central bonfires and ways to warm the area, this particular little grove, and a large number of tents with people who look like all of their worldly possessions are either carried on them or stuffed into way too small of a space. Because there's about 1,000 refugees here in the town as a whole. Well, 1,200. So.
And a lot of them are really good hunters that I trained.
About 50. But they get the job done most days. Plus the locals.
Going to.
So, I'll get a couple of my, lessers to take care of this guy. You might want to catch up with your friends. By the way, I haven't seen you around. I'm pretty sure one of them is a death wish. You might want to be careful.
And then he just kind of grumbles to himself.
That stupid fucking bird got caught in a goddamn freezer. What the fuck is this shit? By Palor's might, I ought to restore it into a condition where I can beat it to death myself.
Is what you all hear, what you hear as this goblin is kind of like picks up one half of the Calora statue while the other two pick up the other side, and they start lugging it off into the healing tents.
I'm gonna follow it. I guess I'm gonna follow the list to the bar.
So you're gonna basically like follow the trail in through town.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for like a shopkeeper or a blacksmith or an armor. Kind of keeping my eye out for that while I'm going to I'm falling behind him at a distance.
The way that the town is laid out, Wisp walks all the way across town to what you would assume is like the main thoroughfare and basically the western gate. There, a 3-story tavern sits with a placard on the front of a man with like the traditional hobo sack over his shoulder, very fat and rotund, big glowing like traveling Buddha face, and a jug of ale on his pocket.
The sign for the tavern?
Yes, it doesn't have any writing on it. It's straight out pictogram in case people can't read.
Thanks, sir. Just around the door.
And you watch Wisp walk inside, and something you haven't smelled in days hits your nose as you enter. Laura Leaf's cooking. And as you walk through the door, you hear her go, "Well, I'll be. I thought that thing ate you. Well, it's good to have you back, dears. What can I get you?"
I'm gonna slide into a booth and put like a gold coin on the table and just say lamb. Lamb and ale.
Lamb and ale. I'm sorry, love, but I'll have to charge you 2 gold. Lamb's a bit hard to come by right now. I mean, all the extras.
Alright, so I'm gonna pick that up off the table and drop a platinum there.
Oh, God bless you. What about you?
Steak and ale. No, steak and whiskey. I mean whiskey.
I'm gonna put another platinum on the table for him.
I got my own platinum.
Oh.
Shut up!
She looks. Oh, don't worry. It's only gold for his meal. It's only a steak.
That's fine, you're platinum.
Right. And what about you, love? I mean, we've got some nice meat pies.
I'm gonna say he's included in our group. So,
Okay.
so collectively, the 2 gold
Well-
should cover, or 2 platinum should cover all of it.
Oh yeah. So what do you have?
They call it a flagon. You could really call it a flagon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little mini fucking barrel. I want a flagon in our room. I've been sleeping out in the woods.
So you just want a beer in a room? Oh, that's easy enough. Don't. Not having a bunk with you. I mean, that one sleeps at the refugee encampment. I know that much. Sometimes he keeps offices here, but only when he's trying to look important.
Go ahead and set them up in my room.
Well, at least you'll have somebody to keep you company. Besides, that room's rather large. All of them are here. No, like, seriously, she has, like, nice
Yeah, like-
rooms.
My room is pretty huge. Usually I don't sleep in the bed. Usually I sleep over by the fireplace in the corner on the floor. If I don't sleep there, I'm sleeping on the roof of the building or on a tree.
You have like old school, yeah, you have someone come make your bath. Bath. Bubble bath. Dragon's taking a bubble bath.
Bath can be included.
2 sponge baths. Gingers.
Another platinum.
Well, you'll have to convince the girls for that one. We're not that type of an establishment.
Just want a boobies
Though
and a
I'm
bubble
sure
bath.
Well, then find you something with boobies and a bubble bath. Otherwise, the only boobies that you'll find here, and as you're saying this, and she points, you see 2 what looks like croquette-style birds on a platter go by and off to a table, are those.
Fine. Damn it.
I mean, there's plenty of girls here, and the bath we can
Is there a
accommodate.
messenger here?
Here? No, but where are you trying to get a message to?
Local massage parlor. I say that coyly. You know, like a twinkle in my eye, like,
He wants a happy ending.
I want a bubble bath with boobies. I don't know if there were strip clubs back, like, are there strip clubs at this point in time, or is it just hooker houses?
You mean brothels?
Um,
yeah, but it's
there-
different.
There are all kinds of entertainments and such. This is just a tavern.
Yeah.
I know, but it has a bath.
There's
And
a
I
bath
trust-
in every room.
Yes, but it has a clean bath. Not trying to catch something in a bathroom. Been around a while.
Well, the people who own the local springs actually, they do this lovely thing. It's a mage couple that owns the hot spring. Very interesting Western couple. They cast purified water on it every morning and after every use.
I mean,
It kills everything. Short of extraplanar disease. But what are the odds of you catching an extraplanar disease, right?
after the last few days I've had, I just look at those two and giggle. To be fair, the shit I've watched them do, I don't know that, but they're entertaining as shit.
They're actually quite helpful, I promise you that.
That's good to know. My observation inside the bar, do they have like a, I guess it'd be an old habit of me, so I'm a bounty hunter. Do they have like a wanted, or like, did I see anything like, I was looking for maybe something to do?
There's
Advice.
there's what looks like it might be a job board. It's kind of like got a bunch of stuff tacked or glued, or there's one that's got a very small folding knife holding it to the board.
That has my intrigue. I'm not intrigued. I'm gonna go take a look at that board. Anything with a knife in it, and that.
And what you doing? Food'll be a minute. Your new compatriot just got up and went to go check the work board.
I sit here and drink my whiskey and order another. I plan on getting fucked up. Fuck that place.
I'm gonna drink one of my greater purification potions.
How are
Wait,
their
that's-
urges?
His were low. Wisp, a strange wave washes over you. The liquid that you drink is actually a very odd chartreusey yellow color.
Okay.
As it goes down his throat, you watch as his fur glows gold even though he's a black tabaxi. And you suddenly feel very sick to the stomach.
Okay.
Need you to make a constitution check for me. Difficulty is a 18.
Oh, pudgy.
Yeah, I totally didn't get that. 7.
Brandon, make a dex check.
Oh, pudgy.
Dexterity saving throw.
That's on you, bud.
Don't worry, yeah, that's on you.
Yeah, he said Ronan.
Dexterity saving.
I'm glad I got walked through the table.
Oh yeah, you are.
21.
21.
Where the fuck did my pencil go?
It was in your dice box. Or one of your dice trays.
I got hungry and I ate it.
I think you're using it. It's the black pencil with the purple on the grip.
Look, I'm
It's a
using my
black-
pen.
Oh, I'm saying it's a black pencil with purple on the grip.
Yeah, that does get rid of your inflictions or your afflictions.
My fat ass is probably sitting on
As the glow hits its apex where it is the brightest, you watch as it looks like an alley cat coughing up a hairball, and this blob, for lack of a better word, of gelatinous, almost maroon colored, steaming pustule liquid flies out of Wisp's mouth manage to move your head just in time and start sizzling in the fireplace, burning away.
So in other words, all you're gonna hear is
This is what I do, like what the owner does in the middle. Like, no. Grab the cat by the collar and push it out. No.
You don't get him that far, but you do manage to aim whatever it was at the wall, and you're very sure that it is not what he drank. And you no longer have vampirism or an addiction to liquid pain, but you do still have 2 vials of liquid pain concentrate.
Yeah. Do you have any more of them potions?
Yeah.
Can I get one? I don't want to wait a day for that stupid little healer.
Well, what's it to you?
I'll give you a platinum.
Oh, come on now. I've got 480 of those.
I got like 12,000.
You say, but you
different
offered
game.
me one. I paid more than 1 platinum for those potions, if you recall.
Oh, I only have 1 platinum. I thought I had more.
I paid 20 platinum apiece for them.
Yeah, well, my life is worth it, damn it.
I mean, I value you as a friend, but it's not worth the 1 platinum. What
You know
else
what?
you got?
You know what? Eat my ass.
I mean, if you really want me to. That can be arranged, but I don't think you'll survive.
I got 2 healing potions. I'll trade you. 2 for the price of 1.
Lesser healing or greater healing?
Regular.
Regular. I also have 3 lesser healing potions I can throw in. So that's 5.
Anything else?
Really, bitch?
Hey man, I know the value of my shit. That's why I bartered. Hence why I have so much money.
And how much is that potion really worth to you right now?
I got a burnt spearhead I can throw in. And you might be able to restore.
Nah, not really worth it. Moving on.
You know what?
Are you a rogue? You? Okay.
No,
No.
he's a rogue.
It's a warlock.
I'm a warlock, but I have all kinds of shit. I collect everything.
Yeah. You're
Mainly-
finally back where your lab is.
Yeah, mainly because I have a bag of holding, so I can carry pretty much anything and everything that I want to in my bag of holding. I have a habit of collecting pretty much anything from anywhere we go, from any kind of battles we have.
Yeah.
Hey, my antidote do anything? Did it help heal me before I do all this?
You can drink it.
Say,
It's an antidote. You would know that it's good for stopping poisons.
no, that's my anti-venom.
An antidote is also for stopping poisons.
Yeah.
Well,
Just outside of it's just not restricted to venomous.
anti-venom is an antidote. Antidote is usually specific for a certain thing. I mean, you can do broaden it, but
It's a broad spectrum magical antidote that will.
You gotta
Sure.
see the medicine in a bottle, bitch.
That's all.
Better not be
So,
allergic to
let's do
penicillin.
anything?
Better not be. I'm allergic to those.
Okay. Not, at least not for
Yeah.
this. I
You
got
contracted demonic syphilis and an
two of
addiction
those,
to
I'll give you
fairy
one of them to throw
scales.
on also. And I also have 12 platinum rings I can throw on.
Platinum rings?
Yeah, we're 12 gold.
What are the 12 platinum rings? Are they just like rings of metal? Or
They're just rings made out of platinum.
They're for your fingers.
It sounds inefficient.
I got 24 of them, I'll give you half.
But it's platinum
You could melt it down and turn it into 1 platinum coin.
though. Couple.
No, because 1 platinum is worth 10 gold. And 12 platinum rings is worth 12 gold. So you get 1.2 platinum.
Well, it depends on the weight of the platinum. Right?
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. Let me talk with my consort. Give me 1 second.
No, what?
You watch as the top of his hat opens up, and Herbie comes down, turns around, sits in his lap, looks at him, and you hear weird squeaking noises. He ticks at you twice.
Alright, so that's the plan, right? Alright, good.
3 takes, a squeak, and a whistle.
Alright, so we're gonna go with your burnt spear tip.
Okay.
The platinum rings, you said 6, correct? 12. 12 would be my cut?
Yep.
Okay, that's a bit better. The burnt spearhead. And what other metals did you say you had? Oh, I figured it out. Here's a metal. We'll go with one of your pretty blacksmith daggers that you had custom.
Those aren't made of metal.
Alright, how about I got 2 of them. I'll throw in this instead.
Okay.
And all it has is what I was told, a dragon thingy heart. I got 2 dragon thingy hearts. I'll give you one of them.
A dragon thingy card?
Yep, that's what it says. 2 dragon thingy heart.
I know what those are out of.
So I'll give you one of those.
Dragon thingy hearts. 12 platinum rings.
And the burnt spear tip.
In a partridge in a pear tree.
Pretty much.
To save your dick.
That's pretty much what it comes down to.
So we got a deal for that potion.
Yeah, we have a deal. There you go.
And I hand over everything else. It's good doing with me. And I drink the potion.
I'm gonna grab everything except for the dragon thingy heart. I'm gonna put the dragon thingy heart in my bag of holding, and everything else I'm gonna put in the top of my hat. My deal was for Herbie, not for you.
I got an idea. Food.
You hear the mashing of metals as all of these things go into the top hat. Your head is now very hot on top.
That usually happens.
You can smell hair burning. Platinum has a higher melt temperature than gold.
That shit happens.
You're now bald.
That's why we're talking.
You got like the fire truck thing going on from where Herbie was sitting when he smelted all this.
Right.
And
And I drink the potion.
yes,
So-
calm washes over you, and you watch as your skin starts to glow. The humanoid form that Ronan was wearing shifts to an almost nondescript, like no gender, no age, no nothing. Kind of looks elvish, but not kind of looks human. Looks like in between every races with pale green skin and hair and almost white hair. As everything is purged, including your magics, effective magic effects like your shape-shifting from you. And
You turn into
Ronan,
Gumby?
he's changed.
Basically, he looks like Gumby right now.
Ish, only not green and square.
He's a albino Gumby.
And not squared off, he does look humanoid. But
I mean, no, 100%,
You
but Gumby is.
feel a warm, burning sensation, and it feels like it's inside of you, but it feels like sludge is flowing down your genitalia and bubbling as it goes, and you auditorily can hear a sizzling noise from underneath the table. And there's a light that keeps getting brighter and brighter and brighter. Yours wasn't all over thing. His is focused on one particular area.
You might want to go rub one out, bro.
I need you to make a constitution check.
Oh, crap. I'm so glad I had to do it.
So I might blow low to the table.
I'm not
You
that
covered
nice.
that pussy.
Is this a check or a saving throw?
No, this is a Constitution saving throw, definitely.
5.
Oh shit.
So out of 5, as this sensation starts and the burning's there, you get up, a light emanating from beneath your pants,
Thank you.
and make a mad dash to the bathroom. The room and everything around you starts looking very psychedelic. And as you are relieving yourself, a fume of what looks like glittery chromatic fog rises off of the light that is liquefying itself off of your genitalia. Not like you're peeing it out, but like it's dripping off the end. Kind of like,
No.
no, more like if you went and took clear school glue, loaded it up with highlighter, like bright yellow highlighter, and hit it with a black light.
So you're peeing and dripping.
You're kind of peeing ectoplasm. Ectoplasm.
Awesome.
Sounds like it's melting the bottom of the latrine.
Hell yeah.
And just lighting it down there so that you can see what's at the bottom of that
Gotta get
hole.
rid of the gonorrhea.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely cleared. At the last moment, as the last drop ends, a roughly size of 2 skateboard ball bearings combined, spiky ball tears its way through the tip of your hoo-ha. Inside, over the din of the tavern, over everything else, you hear Ronan scream.
Damn.
As it is now star-pointed like a bullet.
Pulling out rifling.
I mean, that would be one hell of a kidney stone, to be honest, bro.
I got rifling.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, that means my men are gonna shoot straighter.
Hopefully it increases the aim on your arrows.
Right?
As you head back into the tavern, you are crawling. And you see him holding himself with one arm, using the other and both knees to crawl himself back up into his chair. There's a mild smell of blood now in the air.
I just watched these two because at this point I'm judging to see.
And
I feel like I have
as you approached the notice board while they were going through all of this, what you found was that since you said that you were in it, that the one that had the what looked like a folding knife stuck through it, it's like a little pocket knife. That one was, it looks like it was written in, by our standards, crayon.
Okay.
It says, "Bring mommy back."
Sexy back.
Okay.
Bring mommy back. I'll do whatever it takes. And it's written, and you're pretty sure. Go ahead and roll an insight check.
Yeah, man, roll for insight.
So at a 13,
14.
you're pretty sure that the person who wrote this is probably not an actual child, but they're definitely not that literate. I mean, you can tell that the letters are properly formed by a hand that has more motor skills.
What punctuation? It's written by someone with either little to no training in writing and reading. I'm assuming.
Basically.
Okay. I'm gonna grab that one and pocket it for now.
Other than that, you've got standard stuff. There's help needed in clearing out expanses of the forest so that, well, houses can be built for refugees. They need to expand the city. A few other things involving like miscellaneous round town chores that just seem like a waste of your time, to be perfectly honest. Most of it's just like odd jobs, like go hunting,
Yeah.
which
But like no bounties or nothing. No wanted.
no, from what you can tell, most of it, the closest that you're finding is that there are people who are willing to pay bounty on any type of large, deadly creature in the localized area, as they are trying to expand the city and they don't need new farmers getting eaten. And there was a coven of hags found recently outside of the city.
Anybody deal with it?
Oh yeah, you're hanging out with two of them.
Okay.
Oh wait, that one's yours.
Now that I'm intrigued, I'm gonna walk out with my flag because I'm not letting that go. I'm gonna wander outside and I'm gonna just kind of go generally look at the areas where they're wanting to expand. It's just wander out there to see if I find anything.
It's actually a pretty large town by medieval standards. It would take you an hour or so to completely explore and see where the expansion is going to be and where they're trying to clear out for it. They didn't really give you a map. It's more of a just, this town is maybe a half mile across in total on the side of a valley.
Okay.
As a result, anything up or down slope or east or west of past the farmlands is open game. The next nearest town is 7 days to the west.
I was gonna take a gander and wander around and see if I find any tracks.
I want to stealth and track him.
Track of him. Well,
Just because I'm curious what he's doing.
right about the time that he walks out the door, his flagon, your cask shows up at the table,
What?
and your meals show up at the table. The bottle is left with the shot glass after watching you crawl in and screaming when you ran to go to the bathroom. A full lamb shank is set down on the table, as well as a carving knife, and there's a meal set before the two of you. And you get up and start tracking him.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's survival. Are you going? And I need you to go ahead and roll perception for me.
I'd have to roll stealth and survival, right?
You roll stealth. You roll perception.
Alright.
Your passive. What is your passive perception, by the way?
+4.
14 then. Yeah, that should be it.
I got a 16.
No, it's 11. It's the passive because it's a wisdom.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, I got a 16. My perception.
Yeah, passive perception is that one.
Oh, I'm
That's-
just doing passive?
So what was your stealth roll?
26.
Oh yeah, so you managed to. You're not checking to see if you were followed or anything. You just kind of walked out. I mean, those two.
I'm not actively seeing if anybody's trying to follow me, but
To the best of your knowledge, no. To the best of your knowledge, though, on the other hand, with he has no clue you're behind it.
Okay.
yeah, I'm not too worried. about it.
26 versus your 11 is passive unless Wisp
Yeah.
fucks up on a stealth check. He's not going to notice you. Alright. So Wisp just kind of gets up as the food shows up and follows Torin off, leaving you with the bill paid,
The food,
the
drinks.
food, the drinks, and a large amount of pain in your groin.
And no longer diseased, right?
Yeah, you're clean.
Of all three? The dragon flu, the demonic syphilis, and the fairy wing addiction.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Greater restoration potions are great like that.
So I'm just gonna drink until I can't feel my dick.
That shouldn't take long. throwing the flagon and
They left the bottle of whiskey with me and the shot glass, so
exactly,
I just
and
poured.
the flagon of ale that he.
I tried to walk out with. No.
You would have walked up to your room with had you waited at the table for it to arrive.
So I'm just sitting there pouring shot after shot. Like, I'm not even
He's
waiting.
car bombing the fucking shit. Just like that, please.
Yeah, I'm not even waiting. I'm just like, shot. Okay, another shot.
And so we
Another
will leave
shot.
Ronan getting
Taking your dick with her.
smashed.
Yeah, he's gonna be pretty twisted when we get back.
It's highly probable.
Probably gonna come back and he'll have the
And
chicken stuck to the
considering
table.
that your
You
stealth
know what?
and
Fuzz?
tracking,
You know what?
since you're the one who
Liz.
stealth and tracking,
I'm not in there.
Torin,
He's not
where are you
there.
going? First, you're basically at the beginning of the town. At the entrance, you can see a marketplace that's kind of like around here. There are stables off around the back of this tavern. Looks like a large number of merchants' carts are parked there. It's a relatively chilly afternoon. There's still little places where there's snow in creases of the buildings, but for the most part, with all the braziers on each, every porch has its own brazier.
Okay.
And there's a thick mist that hangs in the air everywhere except for the where those fires are to burn it off.
Okay.
You're up in the mist line of the town. That's why it's called Evermist.
Okay. I'm gonna meander through the market, just take a gaze, because I want to resupply a few things that I'm out of, but most part I'm trying just to get to the edge of town. Peopled out. Spent a lot of time with myself.
You see a very interesting mixture of things. Everything from druids selling overly reasonably priced herbal components for you'd assume spells and things of that nature, healer's kit, healing herbs, things that would be used in a healer's kit. You do hear the sounds of a blacksmith, and all of this leads towards a central hub, which is a grand market.
Ooh.
And there you can find just about everything, with the outer stalls being food.
Is there any like magical blacksmiths?
Go looking around.
You gave me all that money, I haven't spent it. I'm looking for someone who can do some modifications to my swords and my longbow.
So are you going to be asking around to do this?
Yes.
Or after maybe about 15-20 minutes or so, a kind of dude's missing a couple teeth. Looks like his one of his legs is missing.
My kind of guy, he's seen some action.
Yeah.
Do I hear him giggling? Because I feel like he's doing this in character when I walk up.
No, with the 26, he would not be heard even giggling.
Bitch.
No, but I know what character he's talking about, and I know why they're all fucked up.
From the mind of John or from the book?
A little bit of both, probably.
The town that we're in, there's literally only one person who fit. Well, no, his brother also fits a similar description.
This guy's neither of them. He's missing from about the middle of his forearm down on the left side. Pretty sure there's a patch over one eye. Big scar shows from here to here. Oh, I was going to. I'd go to that young lady down the way. I mean, don't be hitting on her. It's just not healthy. You should have seen the last poor bastard who did that. Blacksmith's hammer straight to the knee. I thought the arrow was bad.
Okay, so I'm gonna chuckle to myself.
Mhm.
Now I feel the challenge going on. But I'm gonna go ahead towards her stall.
Well, it's not necessarily a stall.
Well, that you said stalls.
Well, there are stalls, but she's actually got a house built off the main furnace.
Yeah.
She's been here for a while.
Okay.
And as you hear the ringing out from the back, the woman in the back of it's a woman who's swinging the hammer, not the standard what you were used to where you came from, where
Dudes.
most dudes. The hammer is easily as big as her, and she's one-handing this thing like it's nothing. She's probably all of about 5'6". Looks like she might weigh 125 pounds. Pale skin is white as ash. Bright orange, yellow eyes. At first you think her hair's red. And then as she swings, you notice that it flickers every now and then. Like flame. Little bits of it going away. And you watch as the fire seems to spark behind her eyes every time she swings her hammer. And she doesn't look up, she just keeps swinging it. And you hear out of the back, "What do you want?"
I was wondering if I have a moment of your time to see if you could possibly help me out with some modifications.
Oh, just a moment. I'm having trouble. Why do people always make my work so bloody hard? You hear her just say, "One more swing," and you watch as sparks fly across the room. Some of them catching on a woolen blanket and quickly going out and smoldering through it into the dirt. She pulls up her goggles and pushes her hair back with them. And you do see a very pretty young fire genasi woman. Well, you'd assume she's young. You're not really sure how they age.
Mm-hmm.
You'd assume that her parents were human. It's like, alright. So, what do you want?
I'm going to pull out my short swords and my longbow, set them down, and I want to reinforce the bow, but also kind of add a sight.
Add a sight.
You ever seen a compound bow where they have like just a little piece like this?
This is her looking at you. I know what you're talking about at this point.
Okay.
She looks what's a sight? Look down the arrow. You can shoot, can't you?
Yeah. It's more for pinpoint accuracy, like taking the wings off a fly instead of killing the fly.
Well, why not just hit the fly and leave the wings in the air?
Because there's other things out here that taking a wing off because you want the rest of it for other uses is beneficial.
Well, we haven't run into anything that flies in a while. I see where you've got a point. So, I'd need pictures. I've never made anything like that before. I mean, I don't understand. Everybody looks down their arrow. I mean, there's that weird spyglass thingy I attached to that crossbow pistol, or to that hand crossbow for that incompetent mage that one time.
I'm gonna pull out a little, because I have like trophies from things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have like a little black book, and I'm gonna pull out this doodling we've been playing with, and it's gonna show.
Pin sight or circle sight? Crosshair or pin sight, basically.
Basically, on the bow where the knock is, like a piece that comes out. It's kind of like a half circle with different sides.
Yeah, a pin sight.
Yeah.
Okay, so interesting. You say this will make it so you can aim.
And judge distance as well.
Right. Okay, so needs to fit on a longbow. You want the longbow reinforced? That's not a problem. That won't. That'll run you maybe a gold to reinforce it. This is going to be intricate. I'm going to need grinders. I can't cast it like that. I can rough cast it.
What do you need grinders for?
Where'd you come from?
I am everywhere. You should know this by now. I always pop up out of everywhere.
You pop up when I needed you, when that idiot was trying to convince me that marrying him was better than swinging my hammer.
True, but I also wasn't around then.
It happened yesterday.
I wasn't around then.
See? So you don't pop up at convenient times. What do you want?
I was in the portal. Actually, his site, I actually have one. At my workshop.
Really? And when did you roll for this? Out of character.
Out of character.
When did you discuss with your DM as to whether or not you ever made this thing?
Well, it's not something I made.
Exactly, so the answer is you don't.
It would be more along the lines of something I picked up. But yeah, anyway.
Where did you get it?
When we were doing the mushroom thing, I picked up the little, the spyglass.
It's a spyglass, it's not an insight.
I could make one.
That you probably could do. So you now have Wisp over your shoulder looking at your drawing,
Okay.
telling you he can make one.
Yeah.
We can make it. We can install it with the reinforcements. I mean, I'm legit asking.
I could make it.
But while she's reinforcing it, I want it mounted.
If the blacksmith can mount it, I can make it.
What will you charge me to make it?
Nothing. You're part of our group.
Alright, then yeah, I'll just leave the bow with her when it's ready. We'll deliver it to her. She can install it.
Alright. It's going to take you some time, materials, you need raw metals, a couple other things, phosphorescent paints. Well, you kind of have that. And about this time, you all realize that Grumman is missing. He's basically back and you're still hungry. Look at Kitty just went, ooh, lamb.
I'm gonna look over at Torin and be like, by the way, not sure if you realize this or not, but they set down your flagon of ale right when I got up to follow you.
Oh. I will be there shortly. I want to give her the idea for the swords. You ever seen is it a dirk?
Yes.
Dirk.
Oh, the one that opens when you...
It's
It's a special kind of trifold blade that was designed to do that.
It's a bow people.
Yeah. You're going to show her plans that this will take some time.
What else you can like add something like that at the base of the hilt? So like if you have a button on it, you can shank someone.
It'll take time.
Okay.
Come back in a month or so. That's a lot of really small springs.
So much short. Does she sell weapons?
Yes.
We need a sword to fill in while you use these ones.
What you want it made out of? We have these lovely mithril short swords, a couple of standard steel, and I do have one rapier that I managed to make out of that claw that was left over, as well as a couple daggers.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, the rapier sounds cool.
It looks like blue. It's about this big around. Looks like it's made out of some sort of strange bluish black bone for a blade. The
I know where
handle's
that came from.
The bell to the rapier is very ornate silver. The handle is wrapped in some sort of white leather with a silver filigree to hold it in place.
Is the hilt and the knuckle guard big? Is it big enough for me to have my hands around it?
Easily.
I'll take that. Does she have any bows?
Yep, long bows, short bows, composite bows.
I'll take a recommendation on a longbow to use to rent until mine is ready.
Well,
And
any of
what-
them will do. They're all decent yew bows. And, well, looks like you've still got arrows, so there's that.
Ooh. Does she make specialty or unique arrowheads to place on dead shafts.
I've got some with silver heads.
Take a couple of those. Anything
They're
else?
2 silvers each.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, what are you in the market for?
Well, technically I'm a monster bounty hunter, so anything. Anything odd or rare, because you never know what you might run into out there.
Well, when your friends were in the other day, they traded me this, and when I extracted this from the cloth that they gave me, and she pulls out a vial of what looks like somebody liquefied a blacklight's radiate, or like it looks like liquefied, like the inside of a blacklight was liquefied.
It's like a weird, shiny, glowing.
Blackish purple, it looks like a black liquid, but it glows like a black light.
Doesn't it dip my arrowhead in?
Well, it's definitely venom.
I'll take that.
One of your friends brought in the one I extracted it from the other day.
Did she have any well, the best way to describe it is a multi-headed arrowhead. It's got the initial little triangle, but then there's barbs at the bottom.
She has bodkin arrows.
Yeah,
This is futile. You know the difference between a bodkin arrow and your standard issue
Yeah.
broadhead. Bodkin arrows are on 1 silver apiece.
I'm gonna buy 20.
So that's 2 gold. Silver arrows are 2 silvers apiece because of the silver weight and tip of them.
I'm gonna hand her and the kind of a down payment on the board she's ready to do it. I'm gonna place 10 gold on the counter.
That seems fair. How many silver ones did you need?
I'll buy 3 gold with it.
3 gold worth. So 1 gold equals 5. So 15.
15.
Arrows do have weight. You just added 4 pounds to your.
Oh, I'm gonna wing. I'm gonna carry
Yeah.
this actually.
Wisp, you shopping for anything while you're here?
No, I'm good.
You sure you don't need anything? How's your cloak holding up?
It's actually holding up pretty good. So is my scale mail. Actually, I do need something. Could I, well, no, you wouldn't be the one for that.
Didn't you say we found a hand crossbow on one of the kobolds?
Yes,
Yeah.
you get a hand vessel.
Well, I already have one, so I want to sell the one I have.
You're drunk in
you're
a
at
bar.
you're at the bar.
Yeah, you can't. You're at the
Oh,
bar.
that's lame.
You're at the bar with the table. He wandered off and he followed him.
I'm gonna
So
ask.
you're not with them. You're not hearing their conversation.
What's up?
I'm gonna ask if she has anything to trade for a heavy crossbow or a
I mean, if
iron 9
You're
foot
sober
pipe
enough.
with
You
a
can always
handle.
walk your drunk ass over there.
You're carrying a 9-foot or a 10-foot pike.
9 foot.
Where up your the handle's 10 foot.
I'm not even gonna ask. Where did you pull that from? I'm just gonna be like.
I'll give you a gold for them both.
Well, I'm not worried about the money. I was wondering if there was anything that you had laying around that you could trade.
That? No.
What about for that plus a sling, a dagger, or a wand?
Oh, I don't have much use for wands, and the wand should have a question mark by it. It feels funny. It's a magic-y thing. Probably has value, actually.
booking it identified.
I could give you. Well, I've been trying this thing infusing organics into my metals lately, and this just doesn't work fine. I have a bag of black pearl dust I can give you for them.
Okay.
It's enough to cast 3 times.
Okay.
Which takes the trade even.
Would you have any use for a vial or 2 of liquid pain?
No. The look on her face goes from happy to see you to what the fuck are you asking me?
Oh, it's just I happen to have some vials from the last place.
As you're saying that, she claps her hand over your mouth to get rid of it.
Okay.
Yes, mommy.
That's like saying I have a liter bottle of liquid fentanyl.
Alright.
And on that note, we are going to take a bio break and do all of those lovely things.
Alright.
And when we come back, we'll get back to Ronan, plastering himself all over the floor of the bar.
Forgetting where I'm at.
And if he's super drunk, he's gonna have this problem. On his arm.
Well, that's between you and him.
That's what I want to know.
We'll find out.
That's between them, so I don't even know, guys. But thank you for sticking around so far, and we will see you soon.
Love him.
it's
And
like-
why is your leg sticky?
I don't know.
Well, we are back, so. Ronan, as these two have been having their interaction in the blacksmith shop, you've been pounding back liquor. And pounding back liquor. And did I mention pounding back liquor?
How many bottles deep is he right
So, he's still only in one bottle. But I do need you to make a constitution save for
It
me.
was some high quality whiskey though.
Yeah.
It's some whisper liquor.
That sounds more perverted than it is.
Yeah, but I mean,
Whisper liquor?
Oh yeah, dude, it's whisper liquor. It drinks
Whisper
up on
liquor.
you. You won't know it, but it'll sneak up and beat your ass.
12.
Okay, so at a 12, you find yourself head sideways on the table. A little bit of drool coming out of the corner of your mouth. Reaching over to the bottle like this, pouring yourself a shot, feeling your hand get wet, and you bring it up, and you smell it. Your stomach turns a little bit, and you lean straight back with it touching your lips, and make a dex save.
Dex save instead of Constitution save.
We're getting both.
Well, he failed the con save, otherwise he'd still be able to keep his seat. It wasn't the big one, was it?
16.
16? Okay. So on a 16, you knock that shot back, and as you are falling back, you feel gravity take over for your chair in a way that it's not supposed to, according to your calculations. The good news is, just in time, you manage to hook your top of your foot on the bottom of the lip of the table. As Torin and Wisp are walking in to see you taking this shot, you see his foot go, the entire table lifts up a little bit, bless you. Your basic,
Hold him in.
your micro foot keg basically falls off the table and breaks on the floor. Is the only damage from this is your booze are everywhere. The lamb slides about 6 inches down the table. Everything slides away from Ronan about 6 inches. That's the flagon being put on the end, or the micro keg on the end fell off and broke. And you hear the breaking of glass where the really nice, cold, frosty mug hits the ground.
Is there like a beer mug remotely close to me? As I walk in, am I walking there?
There's the one on the patron next to the door's table.
I'm gonna grab it and chuck it at his head.
Roll the hit. What's your armor class?
Throwing it at Ronan?
You just spilled my beer, man.
You only get your dexterity bonus. You do not get your proficiency
I'm
bonus.
not gonna say it, I'm just gonna say if it hits or misses.
What's your armor class? I need to know.
You said not proficiency, but just my dex?
It's just your dex throw because it's just your dexterity bonus because it's an improvised weapon. You're improvising a thrown weapon by chucking a glass.
17.
Fuck, it hits.
Roll 1d4.
I just want to know if his foot comes off though when he
For
falls
him.
down.
You gotta roll 1d4.
Oh, me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll call it subdual or bludgeoning damage.
Triangle.
But when I took that greater hit restoration potion, did that bring me up to
3?
4 hit points?
No, it just got rid of the problems.
3.
3. Your dex bonus is a 4, correct?
3. My dex bonus is 3.
Okay, so 3
Plus
3 is
7.
6. So you take 6 non-lethal to the face. You watch it go, like, Wisp, you're kind of impressed by this, even though the guy, hey, that's mine! And it was a full mug of what smelled like a very nice mead. When it doesn't, a little bit of it gets on you, but you don't really give a fuck because you're too busy laughing as you watch it go chucking across the room as the keg hits the ground. And it smacks you dead in the face. How many hit points were you at, Ronan?
22 at that point, so now I'm down to 16.
Okay, cool. So you take a glass to the face out of nowhere. You're back like this, and it hits you right there.
as you're going, whoa, shit, and opening your mouth.
See, that's when you should roll to see if you get some of this awesome drink in your mouth.
Yeah.
I would.
So would I roll? Would that be a dex save?
Are you going to try and catch the drink in your mouth?
Yeah.
The liquid that goes flying up into the air into your mouth as it goes? Okay, go ahead and roll a dex. I'll say if you manage to get 20 or higher, you get half of it.
17.
So at a 17, the majority of it gets on you. But you see something very amazing, gentlemen. The mug that you throw goes flying across the room. The spiced and floral mead goes up into the air because it hits like this and flings the glass upward. And Ronan, in his drunken stupor, leans forward as his foot unhooks from the table, opens his mouth, two of his current set of teeth missing from the flagon, and catches about a good quarter of what was in it. And I need you to make a Constitution save. Or
You're
puke.
warning him with more alcohol? What is the
I
point
just
of
grabbed a
that?
cup and threw it in his head. I didn't know there was something in it. I was like, dick.
You just said, is there a flagon near me? Yes, the one that the patron's cup right next to you. Do you think it was
16.
16?
Yep.
What did they throw an empty glass in?
You've probably been drinking solid and just shooting until you couldn't lift the bottle anymore for about 20 minutes straight. How many shots can somebody do that way before they slow down?
20 minutes? Well, that's when you hit the wall as far as your stomach's concerned, so.
What kind of whiskey are you talking about?
Oh, you know, the dwarven stuff that Laura Leaf keep the really potent shit.
So like what, 100 proof, higher,
170.
170 proof.
Oh shit. So
So
I
how many
probably had a
shots?
good
You talking about how many shots can they take?
10
Yeah.
shots in 20 minutes.
No, it would be at 170 proof. It'd be more like 7 shots in 20 minutes before you even hit the floor.
I go 10.
No.
Well,
Even if you had a
every
body
2
weight of over
minutes.
200,
Oh,
it would be
fudge. Fake hunt. We can say it. We can call it a square 10.
right.
We'll go and adjust for very kind drink a lot. All right. So, while this does make it a little easier on you, you had a real hard time swallowing that, and you're pretty sure you need to run back to the bathroom now.
I'll deal with you in a minute, asshole. I just stumbled to the bathroom.
He thinks he's being graceful, by the way, as he staggers out the door, trips down the front stairs. You don't take any damage from this. You know that point where you're so drunk that if you fall down, it doesn't ever hurt you. You're there.
You'll hurt in the morning.
No, because he can shapeshift. You make it, you fall through the latrine door, and you ever seen that picture of the guy who face plants into the bathroom of the bar, and is kind of just like over the toilet bowl like this, and you're really not sure what's supporting their body?
Yeah.
That's you right now, Ronan. And all that anybody can hear for a block and a half is the echo over the din of the music. All of a sudden, you all hear.
You fucked yourself up.
Now I'm making room for more. What comes out must go back in at some point.
I'm gonna go to
That's
the,
what she said.
I'm gonna go to the table and order.
Unless you swallow it.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna pour a shot out of his bottle because he spilled my shit.
There's actually about 2 shots left in this bottle when you get it back. To the best estimate that you can manage, somewhere he stopped using the shot glass until that last one, and probably just had the bottle tipped into his mouth like this and was suckling on it like a guinea pig. But the 2-shot bottle, you're looking at that,
You smell it, and you're pretty sure that you could peel paint off of walls with this.
Yeah. Well, he spilt mine. I'm stealing his. Or what's left of it.
Good luck.
I'm like way bigger than you.
I'm a Fey drinker.
Part
Good
dragon.
Yeah. I'm gonna pour me a shot and take it. What are you doing?
Me, I'm probably gonna be sitting there like glaring at the guy who was complaining about how you took his flagon and tell him to relax.
Relax. That was my last 3 silvers.
Flip my gold coin and tell him, fuck off.
He was like, righto, fucking right off, sir. Thank you. It's actually his response.
I mean, that's better than what I was gonna do.
So,
Just want the quiet.
I'll wait for him to finish his drink, get his drink ordered, and I walk out, and I snag his drink off the table, and I just drink it as I go and sit down at the table.
I'm gonna stop you. I'm literally gonna look you in the eyes and smack my hand on the table and say, "You're done. Put it down."
I put it down my throat into my belly, and I chug it.
What are you gonna do about it?
I'm rolling my intimidation right now. I said put it down.
He chugged it as his next action, so go ahead and roll intimidation, and we'll see how this chugging goes.
28.
What do I have to do to beat it? I have to get beat to 28.
Yeah, on a wisdom saving throw.
That's not gonna happen. 'Cause even if I got a nat 20, I'd only get a 22.
Nat 20 always succeeds.
Yeah.
So I have to get a nat 20.
Yep.
Yep.
Nat 20.
What?
Look at the big black dice. I'm not fucking around.
That is so fucked up, man.
Which
I
is
don't know.
why I have that rule in place. That way there's an end-all, be-all balancer. A natural
Right.
1 will always fail, and a natural 20 will always succeed. And as you try to intimidate him, he is so fucking hammered that he just goes
I'm gonna steal the
At you.
bottle.
So you're going to try for a grapple on the bottle?
Yeah, I'm
Roll
gonna
the
steal the
hit.
bottle and hold it to.
Roll a hit, it runs off of his armor class because his dex bonus is what's keeping that bottle intact.
Dirty 20.
So with the DAC plus
Dirty
my
20,
dex?
a dirty 20 hits.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm gonna steal the bottle and hand it over to Torin.
As you're going,
So I just walk up to the bar. Can I have another bottle of whiskey, please?
can you speak common?
Yeah.
Let's hear it. What did you want?
A bottle of whiskey.
How eligible is his drunk is he? How much of that is eligible?
Okay, well, what you
Eligibility?
think you're hearing is I'll take another bottle of whiskey, please. With the person behind the bar. Actually, go ahead and roll performance. Let's see how well you can talk right now. Yeah, you're that inebriated.
Yeah, but my performance is also a +5.
At a 20?
23.
So that it takes you a minute and you have to really focus on each word, but it comes out sounding somewhat sober.
I'm not drunk off a suburb.
Only it's understandable and right, and pulls down another one and hands it to you. It is not Laura Leaf, it's one of the servers or one of her employees. And she hands you a full-size bottle of whiskey.
I set down 10 gold and say, keep the rest. It's our secret.
As you go, shh, this wafting stench of dwarven whiskey blasts her in the face. She turns green, leaves the bottle on the counter, and runs into the back.
I don't know. I think I'm busted. So I grab the bottle and I drink as much as I can.
You see it. The next thing you know, you see this rogue with another bottle in his hand.
Cheers.
Apparently, he's not done.
I still have the bottle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bottle.
Yeah.
It's got about a shot left in it, but well, about a half a shot after him going and hitting it just to mock Wisp.
What to do?
But he's got a brand new full bottle in his hand,
Yeah.
and he paid for it out of his own pocket. He broke yours.
I stole his. You broke mine, yes, that is true.
Yeah, but he drank.
Do you
most
want a
of his.
shot? As long as you return, I'll give you a shot. I'm sorry I broke your flagon.
I'll accept
Shot
his
fix
peace offering.
So
So
as you
it's-
take your drink,
Yeah.
this is a very sweet liquor with a very spicy burn. Not cinnamon, but like somebody went and brewed it and distilled chili pepper in the process too, a little bit.
Oh, damn.
So it's like an actual spicy whiskey.
It's not cinnamon hot, but it's hot.
Yeah.
Nice. Ooh.
It's a clearer liquid than the last bottle. And you doubt very seriously that your compatriot can taste it.
I'm pretty sure you can't feel or taste too much of anything.
You'd
Yeah,
probably feel the floor if you landed on it.
maybe. I'll take my shot. Is my room ready yet?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you wanted a bath? Oh,
I mean, I wanted a bath with sponge bath with redheaded boobies, but yeah, I'm gonna take a bath.
it's like, right, and we'll have the boobies sent right up for you, son.
I don't even do that, and I'm just gonna march on my way up to my room. Because I haven't got a chance to rest, have I, since.
Not since they took you off the fucking wall, no.
Okay. I got Han Solo'd.
Yeah, basically. Wisp, what are you doing as you watch him take the bottle and go like this, boobies, and the bottle is tucked under his arm because he never said he gave it back, so he just walked off with your bottle.
No, I poured him the shot and handed him the cup. That's what I did. I said I grabbed a cup, I set it down,
Okay.
poured him the cup, and then I handed
Well,
it
I have
to
a
him.
cup with me. I mean,
Okay, well, the cup would actually hold about a quarter to a third of the bottle.
I didn't pour a full cup. It was like a shot inside the cup.
You think you did?
you're fucking as drunk as you are.
Okay, it might be 2 shots, but hey, I'm
I
pretty
still
good
have
for
drink.
it.
I'm gonna go take my fucking bubble bath with my boobies and my beer.
And I'm just sitting here with the rest of my bottle and be like, alright, now it's my turn for a bath. And I just go,
I'm gonna pull out one of my pebbles and throw it at his fucking like bottle of alcohol.
Roll to hit. It still
I-
runs off of his...
I told him no, that he was done, and this is how I'm settling it.
Night drunk and on fire in a bar.
21.
Well, that definitely hits.
why y'all breaking
Roll
my
damage.
booze and shit?
Damage with my pebble?
Yeah.
Isn't it like 66?
Well,
Nah, not
I
that.
think it's like 3d6 or some shit, but either way, we're just gonna call it the bottle explode. Ronan, as you grab the bottle and tilt it back, and
Yeah,
are
it's
drinking it
3d6.
and still eyeballing Wisp because, well, this was an act of defiance. He reaches into his pocket, goes like this, and a rock goes flying across the room, shatters the bottle above your head, and showers your face in all that liquor, burning your eyes. You take no damage, but
Yeah, the
who
bottle
are you
took
drunk?
the bottle took 16 damage.
Yeah, you now smell like booze and are covered in booze.
I rolled low.
As you get
Why
up to the
couldn't
room
I
that
have
you're
my
sharing
bath with
with
my booze,
Wisp,
you
you
asshole?
find that a
Cause I said
young
no.
dark
You just don't know how to
woman
listen.
is
Fuck
leaving.
you, I'm an adult, I can do what I want.
A hot steaming
You're
bath
only
is
an
left.
adult for now.
And
Half
she
the time
smiles
you
and
change
says,
into a
the
kid.
boobies will be here when you get in a moment. I'll have them sent right up. Just go ahead and get in the bath, sir.
I'm still in a new place that I've never been there before, so I'm gonna. What am I doing?
Just because I had like a bottle and a half in like an hour doesn't mean I'm drunk.
I chugged a liter of vodka in 6 seconds, and 30 minutes later I was annihilated.
I mean, considering you were kind of like, you know, falling into shit, falling over shit, almost falling onto the floor, knocking over fucking alcohol, yeah, you're pretty drunk.
Maybe I was.
That's why they're throwing shit at you.
I mean, to be fair, either you can, you know, go to your room now and enjoy your evening, or I can, I don't know, warp you halfway across the city.
I want another bottle of booze,
No.
and then I will retire to my bedroom.
No.
You owe me a bottle of booze.
No.
I'm
I
not
paid
leaving.
for your first bottle of booze. Shut up.
I'm not leaving
Right
until
about
I get
this
a bottle.
time, you see somebody walk up the stairs with a covered square thing that's got a handle on it about this big that is squawking.
Okay.
And it's about 5-10 minutes after Torin went upstairs.
Yeah, I figured that that's what they were going to do is send him up some movies.
And you hear a knock at your door.
Alright, so I got disrobed. Because I'm in a new place, I'm going to keep a weapon close to my bathtub, but not like by my bathtub. Just out of habit. And I'm going to be in that bathroom to take them in.
So they open the door, and they sit down. The person who opens the door is blonde, for starters, and male.
Okay.
And they set down a cage on the floor.
Okay.
They pull back the cover from it, and inside you see a web-footed ocean bird with a bright red hair. Here's your red-headed boobies, sir. And they open the gate, shut the door to the room, and 6 birds, roughly this big, go flying out and land in the only source of water in the room.
Do they,
And congratulations, you are now in a bath with 6 red-headed boobies.
and that's not the weirdest thing outside.
I mean, it's surrounded by movies.
Yeah, I'm sure. At this point, I'm taking my bath because, like, you know, I probably should have been more specific. I'm a little annoyed with myself, but I've been covered in all kinds of weird shit, tied up to a wall, and, like, God only knows how I smell. So this is just a minor inconvenience. Do they help me bathe, though?
Actually, they're just kind of paddling around the bath.
Just, it's by the time you just grab one and use the bitch for a scrub brush.
You
I
can
was
certainly
thinking
try.
that.
I won't stop you.
Flintstone style.
A booby loofah.
Shrek style.
Booby loofah. Booby loofah.
So, yeah, your bottle is now exploded.
You owe me another bottle.
No, he doesn't.
I told you already. Go to your room or end up somewhere on the outside of town.
I'll go to my room and order one with room service.
Oh, they aren't going to serve you.
Yeah, uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure 100 platinum is enough to stop anybody from going up to your room and bringing you booze.
They might bring in boobies.
It's not.
As long as they're cooked, I don't care.
What do you do with this food?
Left it on the table.
Yeah.
He ordered booze. The only person who ordered food was Wisp, and he has that whole engine.
No, I ordered a steak.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your steak would have also arrived. It just was. It slid 6 feet forward when he tipped his foot. Everything, so it's closer to the middle of the table now, or 6 inches forward.
Yeah, and I finished that. Figured I was just eating it while drinking. Slowly but surely just taking
Alright, so
bites
since
to my
he's so
steak.
insistent on drinking and his steak is still sitting on the table, okay, I'm going to turn this into kind of a comedy thing. As Wisp, I'm going to reach down, grab his steak, look him dead in the eyes, and be like, "How bad do you want to drink?"
Why do you care? what I
Answer
do?
the question. How bad do you want to drink?
Why do you care what I do?
By this time, I'm going to slap him with the steak and be like, "I challenge you to a lock-picking duel. If you win, you can drink, and I'll pay for it for the rest of the evening."
So that'd be a sleight of hand.
Yeah, and you are proficient with with lockpicks.
But yeah,
When he's drunk?
Is the inebriation?
Oh yeah, you have to. Well, it basically negates his advantage because
So
he's
yeah,
drunk.
it'd just be a flat D20 roll instead of a D20 with advantage.
Yeah.
Lockpick challenge.
Dirty 20.
Who are you getting the lock from?
I'm going to get the lock from the bartender.
So you're going to go find Laura Leaf and ask her for a lock?
Yep.
And so after about 5 minutes or so looking for her, you run across her. What you need, love?
I need a lock. Ronan doesn't want to stop drinking, so I made a deal with him. I challenged him to a duel and said if he can pick the lock as quickly as I can, I'll take and let him. I'll pay for his drinks for the rest of the night. If not, he has to stop drinking, no booze at all, and go to his room and go to bed.
Oh. And how messed up are you?
I'm sober.
Oh yeah, you were more interested in needing me.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so, well, what kind of a lock do you need?
Anything you got?
I've got
Whatever-
a wonderful idea.
whatever
I've got the
platinum-
perfect lock for you gentlemen to practice on. And we'll go by who does it fastest.
Okay.
And Laura Leaf gets up. Come with me. Just follow me, and when we get into the main room, go grab your friend real quick.
Okay.
While I get us a crack.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna grab Ronan and see if Torin wants to come in and
okay,
check
so
out what's going on.
you run upstairs to the room,
Yeah.
and as you open you all's room, you find Torin in a bathtub with 6 red-headed ocean fowl.
Hey, I see you got your boobies.
We're not talking about this.
All right, you want to come downstairs? and
We
see
are
something
never
hilarious?
speaking of this.
Yeah. Give me a minute. So I'm gonna get out the bathtub. I can get like dressed in full gear, but is there like a under tunic or something I can throw on?
You could throw on like normal tunics, slacks type deal, no problem, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like normal
What are
traveling
you gonna
clothes.
do
You
about
know.
your boobies?
They're having fun.
All right.
Just gonna leave the boobies in the bath.
All right.
Hop. I'll steam them when I get back.
Then there'll be booby soup.
Hooray for boobies!
The feathers will come off easier.
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if the boobies start looking at him right now and they're like, ha, ha, ha.
Actually,
Like-
they're splashing. It looks like a couple of one of them is dived down, and you watch as the bar of soap goes up and it eats it.
No,
Yeah, I can see that.
that was just my butt crack.
Sucks for them.
Boobies don't believe in dropped
So,
soap.
as
They
you
believe
get
in it.
downstairs,
They
Laura
do
Leaf
that.
is standing on her bar. She's looking around, saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, step right up and place your bets. There's a bit of a conflict tonight over whether or not his regency to an envoy to Her Majesty, Queen Regina, or our lovely kitty friend here. Who's the better lockpick? His ability to drink more rides on it. And I've got a question. What do you lose? Are you going to babysit him all night if you have to buy his drinks?
Yeah.
Good then. Now, to make this more, shall we say, entertaining, The lock that I've chosen for you to compete over, and he who gets the fastest wins, is the cupboard to my expensive booze.
Okay.
Now, I would warn you, and she says this loud enough for everyone to hear, don't mess up too badly, or the healers will be looking after you for at least 3 hours.
Alright.
If you keep both hands, I'll be surprised. But behind those doors are some of the finest pre-cataclysm booze known to all of our creation. Now, you can order out of that stock for him if he wins. If he loses, I'll sell you a bottle of it at cost. Out of there. Your choice as to which one.
Alright.
So, with that being said, and she pulls out a coin. And with the handicap, obviously.
Yo, if you need a coin, here.
Thank you. We'll say you're the heads because you haven't a tail.
Yes, sir.
And you're the tails because you should have tucked tail and run on this. Tails it is. He goes first.
I was expecting that.
Yeah, but I legit flipped it for tails because it's on the
I know.
squid side.
Yeah, I know. I was saying I was actually expecting him to get tails and go first.
Alright, so it's your go. As you stagger yourself behind the bar and look at you're not sure what kind of wood, it almost looks like it's made out of opal with wood grain.
Nice.
Like, it's weird. It's like black opal banding into ebony is what it would look like by our standard, but it's wood.
So since I haven't had a drink in a minute, does that mean I'm starting to sober up a little
Not
bit?
with what you drank.
That's why you can drink.
It's only been about 30 minutes. If it takes hour for a shot to process through your system and you drank half a bottle,
More
I
than
drink more than half a bottle.
yeah,
I drink
so-
almost 2.
well, one and whatever you
one
just
and a
read.
third,
Yeah.
one and a half at the most. So, we'll say no.
So I'm rolling sleight of hand.
Yep, go ahead and roll your sleight of hand.
Dirty 20.
At a dirty 20, you feel the tumblers click. You hear it slip into place. It catches almost a few times. Each intricate little bit. You feel something that you know to avoid. It's trapped lock. And after about 5 minutes pass and a lot of steady concentration and sweat beading across your brow, it pops. And it swings open. It's possibly the hardest lock you've ever picked in your life. And now, Wisp, here's where it gets interesting. Laureleaf walks over, closes the door, so let's see if he can do it faster. And then pulls a very odd-looking arcane key from her pocket, locks it again. Don't mess up too badly, you could lose a hand. And puts the key back in her pocket, pats you on the shoulder, kisses your cheek, and says, "Go for it, all you." And sits back as you can hear the people cheering through the room.
20.
Annihilated.
I didn't even have to add my stat bonus. That's fucking awesome.
What is your stat bonus on it?
Plus 8, so it'd be a 28.
Well, that definitely does beat. And you hear, you're sitting there and you're blaming this 100% on the amount
you're
of
dead
booze.
as a doornail right now.
What?
So if you're hammered, you're dead as a doornail right now.
Alright. So, you hear, Wisp leans down, looks at the lock, and you watch as click, 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 wiggle, wiggle, twist, and it pops in about a minute and a half.
How long did it take him to do it?
5 minutes.
Oh,
You won.
damn. Sucks to be you.
So, I actually need a Constitution save from you, Rona.
This is some bullshit. She fucking rigged it.
No. You're just drunk.
No, I saw that kiss on the cheek. This is bullshit. I was set up.
You was sober.
9.
Yeah, you were.
9.
Shit.
As your eye was set up. As he said, it was a setup. This was rigged, and falls over, snoring.
Some bullshit.
He mutters in his sleep.
I'm gonna pick him up and we'll take him to his room.
Fucking sorcerer, cheating ass motherfucker.
You're asleep, you can't say that.
Actually, he's muttering
Oh,
these
wait, he's
things in his
muttering,
sleep.
actually, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, no, he's muttering.
He just called you a sorcerer.
I'm not a sorcerer. But he's asleep. That's all that matters.
Didn't you see you were a sorcerer?
Nope. No. He never said what he did. All you know is he uses magic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Swear you said sorcerer at one point.
Nope.
Nope.
Never.
I'm gonna call
I'm gonna put
bullshit
him
on
in bed,
that, but
come back
okay.
upstairs.
How drunk are you in real life?
Not.
I'm not. That's the
You
problem.
might as well.
I swear, you said sorcerer, wizard, or some shit.
Warlock.
Yeah, and that's out of character because people don't talk about their class. Yeah, I'm good at wacky things. I'm good at making things go zap. I made a deal so I have power.
I was at a crossroads once when I was a child.
And my parents left me there.
I drop him off the room. I'm gonna go back to mine and get dressed and whatnot.
Alright, so as you walk into your room, the birds are gone.
Okay.
And there's the smell of perfume in the air.
Oh, we cleaned it.
And you hear bare feet on the stone floor behind a dressing blind.
Okay.
You know you have the right room.
Okay. Do I sense anything that make me suspicious?
No, nothing that would make you suspicious. You can hear what sounds like somebody brushing out very long hair, though.
But now, fucking
Boobies.
I'm gonna go take a peek.
And on the other side of the curtain is a rather buxom, red-headed woman.
Now they get it right. Motherfuckers.
And she just looks, oh, good evening, sir. The lady of the house said that you wouldn't mind a bed warmer for a bit. I mean, you can't have your way, but I'll keep you warm.
Actually, I'm okay with that. Cuddles.
So we're going to say that you pretty much have retired to your room for a nice, long-needed, long rest.
Well, yeah, I need to recoup.
And that leaves us to the two. Well, you're long resting it on the floor of the tavern because.
No,
Now wait,
no,
you will wake up in your room. Did you dump him on the bed, on the floor, or in the bathtub? How did you arrange him in his room? He's drunk and his shoes are on.
I gently placed him with his mid-waist, like belly, like ready to buckle. That part of him in the bathtub, face down. My own morbid curiosity.
So I'm like
Have
this.
pulled his pants down and poured olive oil on his butt
The fuck?
and left. And just went to my room. Retired for the evening.
Okay. And
I'm
Wisp,
gonna leave him.
you watched as he picked him up. Torin picked him up, took him upstairs. As he was walking by the bar, grabbed a bottle of olive oil from the top of the bar, took him up to his room, or upstairs is all that you saw.
Yeah.
You're gonna check on your friend.
First, I'm gonna select the awesome booze that I was told I would get when I got the door open.
Alright, so you find
Roland's
What?
a big boy. He put himself in that mess.
Who needs the bird at this point? It's okay. She's relaxing.
so as you go to collect your prize, your friend being scooped up, the olive oil making you raise a brow because the fuck, man.
Maybe he wanted a late night meal, or maybe he wanted to grease up them boobies. I don't know.
Yeah, last time you saw him, he had
Carrying
6 birds in a
Ronan.
bathtub. You haven't been
Right.
up there since.
Maybe cooking dinner. You never know.
Yeah, that's a lot of boobies to fry up. It's possible. And so,
I mean, him taking up their oil, you're not coming in anything.
what in particular kind of thing are you looking for? There are bottles of things in this that. What in particular would catch your eye the most at this exact moment?
Okay.
Like, describe it to me. What would be the most eye-catching to Wisp right now? Like
as far
the types
as
of
what,
things.
like an alcohol bottle?
Like types
or-
of things. Like
I
effects,
think
sparkly things,
probably-
glowy things, reds, yellows, blues, greens,
Probably
purples.
the most common thing that would probably catch Wisp's eye, so to speak, would be an item that has a lot of hair or a potent smell of some kind of blood to it would catch his nose.
Well, everything's sealed, so you can't smell anything, and you would not see hair in any of these. They are actual bottles of liquor, so they've
Okay,
been filtered
so-
properly.
So
Well, yeah, but they could be up in ornate.
There are quite a few dark red ones that are way too viscous to be considered wine.
okay, well, what about we'll say a red gemmed bottle that has something I don't know, a goat skull, a small goat skull with little tiny horns coming off the sides of it.
So things with skull adornments and
Yeah, something that looks
or
like it was-
jewels on them, so you're going to be looking for sparklies and things like that.
Yeah, something sparkly or something that
unique
looks like
bottle.
it's been used by a satanic tribe or
Okay,
some
that
Baphomet.
specifically that's what you're looking for. Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
I'm a magic user. Of course, I'm gonna look for some arcane fucking drink.
So it looks like Baphomet done had this bottle, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for their strongest fey liquor.
Okay.
Oddly specific.
Yes, it is oddly specific. There's a reason behind it. You said perception?
Yes.
24.
Cool. So, after searching through the bottles, no, way in the back, looking like it was almost hidden, there's, you know what a shrunken head looks like, right?
Fuck yeah.
Imagine an imp's skull turned into a shrunken head,
Okay.
made into a bottle
That sounds really good.
with rubies for eyes. It is hidden behind much taller bottles at the way back of a shelf.
Okay.
The mouth almost seems to smile when you look at it.
Like visibly, like the face
It
change?
moves, yeah.
Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Not for me.
This
And
is like some fucking Evil Dead shit, okay?
Right?
Some of us would be okay.
And Wisp, as you pick it up, the next thing you see it do is look at you and go like this.
Oh yeah, that's gonna have me intrigued.
Wiggle its eyebrows at you.
Yep.
So, is that the one that you're going to go for?
Yes.
Perfect. So as you pull the bottle down, Laura Leaf looks at you and says, "Be careful with that. No more than a thimbleful."
Oh shit.
The cork has a dropper. I recommend using it.
Damn. We should give this a Ronin.
Actually, that was my plan.
Fuck.
It's salamander liquor. Made by distilling the breath weapon of a salamander.
Oh damn. Any particular type of salamander?
The standard plane of fire salamander. Prior to the cataclysm, this was a very, very, very magical place. Now it's just very, very magical.
Hmm.
Okay.
She looks. Be careful, and just keep in mind if you ever get in a really tight pinch, you can always take a very, very, very small bottle
Yeah.
and fill it with some of that using the dropper. And if it catches on fire, it'll blow most locks.
It's like liquid napalm.
Like liquid nitroglycerin in a slightly more stable form and drinkable.
Like it.
When people know what they're giving you, they tell you at least.
I might just keep this for myself. I was originally gonna give it to Ronan as like, a prize for actually listening and going to fucking bed.
I mean, he just passed out. He plopped right down.
Might just give him a vial of it.
That bottle holds maybe 5 vials.
I figured I'd give him a vial of it and keep the bottle for myself.
On further inspection of the bottle, you notice that in Sylvan, Elven, Dwarven, Common, and Draconic,
Okay.
there's a small label that says "Do not expose contents to light." There's a reason it's inside of an im's shrunken head.
Good way to protect it from all.
Yeah. I did think that thought through.
Alright, I think on this note, since everybody else is up to bed, I'm going to walk upstairs towards my room, stop by Ronan's room to check on him to see if he's alright.
Okay, so after all this going on in the time that, we'll say that in the time period that it would have taken for you to pick out that bottle because you had to sort past a lot of them to find that one special one like that,
Yeah.
you catch, Torin is already out of Ronan's room.
Okay.
And Ronan is now
face down, ass up, half in the fucking bathtub, and it looks like there's olive oil flowing down his inner thighs from the crack of his booty. And his pants are at half-mast.
Okay, so,
And in the back of your head, whispering through your ear or through your conscience, you hear 10,000 years of death.
what?
It sounds very much like that voice you made a deal with, and then you see images of small Western children going like this.
I don't get what I'm supposed to do with this.
You said, and then, are you asking your patron for guidance then?
Yes, I'm like, I don't get what you want me to do with
You
this.
see an outline of Ronan bent over in that very awkward and revealing position.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
10,000 years of death keeps echoing over and over again as you look at your fingers and this urge to, and your hands twist like this.
You must have never seen Naruto.
It's actually a strange thing that was going on for a long time in Japan, where if you bent over in front of somebody and put your ass in their face, they would go poof right into your brown eye
Alright,
through your
so-
pants, and it's
so-
kind of
So I'm guessing
and you're getting this urge to thrust forward as quickly and hard as you can with your
Getting the
claws
urge
in.
to poke my buddy hole.
I know the secrets to the soul. Pow!
Well,
Does he
roll a hit. You're still a prone target, but you do even prone have an armor class of 10.
Where in the mofuck did my fucking big dice go? Oh, sorry, my cheek. I got a meat. I got a 10.
Well, meat hits.
And that's not including my bonus.
Ronan. In that second,
bonus is 50.
as Wisp screams out, 10,000 years, I understand the secrets of the universe. You hear universe as a flash of blinding white light goes through your eyes. You feel a very bizarre sensation, unlike anything you have ever known before. A gasp escapes from your mouth and is stifled into a squeal. You black out and vomit all at once.
Do I shit too? Because I'd love to shit all over him.
No, you clenched.
Oh.
You sucked that in.
You swallowed that pride. You're a quitter because
From the sheer shock, the body would have clenched anyway, naturally. That's
Yeah.
just the way of the reaction.
Hey, at least it was lubricated.
Plenty of olive oil.
I mean, somebody had that brilliant idea. Set
Yeah,
you up
they were
for
like,
success.
what the fuck happened to me last night? It was like, I don't know.
I got fucking penetrated and violated by my D&D group. That's what the fuck happened.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the patron forced me to do it.
What were his hit points at before he passed out?
His hit points, I think, were at like 16 or something before
He
passed
takes
out.
no damage from this. On the other hand, Wisp, as a consequence, while he may not have shit all over your hand, the fact is that your fingers did pass the colon, and you are furry.
I'm gonna smear on his back. Just kind of like start crafting like images on his back with the poop. Like, oh, you're gonna poop on me? I'm gonna finger paint on you.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm gonna put.
Well, if you wanted a way for Ronan to die,
I'm gonna write, "Yay boobies," and walk out of the room.
or are you writing
The
yay
fucking
boobies?
kill
On his
you.
lower back, I'm gonna write "Yay
Can't
boobies."
stab his ass.
With yay boobies in poo.
I'm going to fucking kill you.
Both of them at this
Oh my
point.
god.
Well,
I was left to be some like
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
shit we're not gonna talk about that he doesn't know what happened to him.
Hey, you don't know what
You
happened.
set
Hey,
him
good
up
job.
for success, though.
I mean, I'm good at that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, trust me, I'll remember everything when I sober up. I never forget.
A lady never tells.
actually, you're going to have to make a wisdom saving throw at an 18 to remember any of this with the amount you intoxicated yourself with. You're blackout drunk. So,
I just got him with his own joke.
the long rest completed. Here's the good news. You're all back up to full hit points, full spell slots, full capabilities. Everything's in the green.
Well, just enough way it is 7:30.
I know. And that's normal.
What's the plot thickens?
The next morning, we're going to start with you, Ronan. You wake up, completely curled up in the bathtub, in a puddle of olive oil and your own vomit, with the smell of poo in the air, and this ungodly urge to go. And you're pretty sure you can't trust a fart right now.
Well,
Okay.
So, what is your reaction waking up like this? Like, seriously, they're not in the room. They both went up. Oh, and Wisp, as you walked into the room, you walked into Torin curled up with a relatively attractive bed warmer, wearing a negligee, dressed, and obviously still wearing bloomers. All
Okay.
cuddling with Torin, and you just go curl up.
So, they could hear you through the wall, Ronan. You wake up in this mess, and you don't remember anything past the bar. Well, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw, not check.
So if you get the bonuses for proficiency, you get the bonuses for proficiency. Well, there's good news. You remember bits and pieces. You remember being shocked. You're very certain it was a furry hand that did it to you. You're now able to act to whatever level you like in reciprocation. You're the first one awake because you were the first one to pass out.
I don't have much of a reaction besides just grabbing my head.
Oh, wait, no hangover.
That's why I'm grabbing my head.
No, I mean, you don't have one.
Yeah, you don't have a hangover.
Besides that, no reaction.
You sure?
You know,
I thought you said you were going to kill him. You have a vague recollection of bits and pieces of that. You can pick your 25%, okay?
mm-hmm.
So as you get up, what do you do? It's a long rest. You're feeling well rested. Just
I gotta process everything, so I just get some coffee and relax.
And that would bring us to the two of you. By the way, your bed warmer leaves in the middle of the night.
I would have washed my hands before I went to sleep because I'm not going to sleep with my hands smell like ass.
Right.
Is it sunrise or like what time?
It would be morning.
Like did I wake up at sunrise or like
A
7?
little bit after. It's a different climate from where you're from. Slightly different time zone, so yeah.
I'm gonna wake up, get my bearings. Kind of sit up on the bed, get my bearings.
You're hearing it too?
Yeah, it sounds like someone yelling outside.
Yeah, I heard it sound like screaming.
Yeah, I heard it too. I don't know.
I'm gonna go pee.
Alright.
Go ahead.
But catch up to my bearings and we get dressed, get out, order some breakfast.
Okay. As you get downstairs, you see Ronan sitting at a table, just kind of staring blankly, drinking a cup of coffee.
I'm gonna like smirk to myself. And yeah, I'm just gonna go order.
Yeah, because you have no idea about what was bid.
Yeah. Just gonna smirk to myself and then go to the bar, order my food, or find a waitress, whatever.
Sausage, eggs, breakfast fare. We got biscuits. What you having?
I'm gonna go. Do you hot cakes? Do like something like a hot cake and
Oh yeah.
like a stack of 5 hot cakes and some eggs. Half dozen,
Alright.
so.
You can find yourself someplace to seat. I'll find you when it's done.
He looks like he's kind of. I was on the world. I'm not sitting close to him, but like not disrupted.
About that time, Ronan, she walks up to you. All right, love. You look like you're having a rough morning. What can I get you?
Coffee.
Oh, I already got your coffee. You done? You need another?
More.
Food?
No.
But we've got those nice sweetened sausages.
No, I'm good.
Brick of cheese?
I'm really okay, thank you though.
Right. Alright, well then, well, you let me know if you need anything.
Will do.
And she saunters off, comes back a few minutes later with your breakfast, and sits down at your table. And Wiz, what are you doing this morning as you wake up? Torin having woke up early.
Probably gonna wake up, go and look for Ronan so I can tell him about like the booze that I got that I was gonna give him a vial of.
As you come downstairs, Ronan is sitting at a corner with like a very odd look on his face, just blankly drinking a cup of coffee, and every time he sits it down, a waitress comes over, refills it, walks off, and doesn't say a word.
Alright. Hey, since we did that competition last night and I ended up winning, I picked out this really cool Fey liquor. Apparently the bottle's got like a shrunken imp skull or head. And apparently I was gonna give you a vial of it if you want it, but apparently one vial will get you drunk as shit. I was told not to use any more than a thimble full per shot, and that a drop on most locks, when added with a spark or flame, will cause it to blow most locks.
Okay.
Seems kind of down in his cups.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Well, I'm also giving it to you as kind of like an apology. You know, I mean, I know you don't know that much about, hexblades, but we have a pact, and sometimes the person who gives us our abilities has us do some off-the-wall kind of crazy stuff. And they had me do this thing that involved me making my fingers look like, this. And without realizing what was going on, it went in your bum-de-bum. But if it makes it feel any better, it didn't expand. It just, went in there. And, I got a little bit of pull on my fingers. And there was some writing of yay boobies across your lower back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
My bad.
You are now, for the first time, being sitting just not so far away, hearing everything that was did.
I'm trying not to choke on my breakfast. Getting to try to die.
Well, for whatever reason, your butthole was lubricated and your ass was out when I went in your room. I don't know what happened. That was not me.
I've tried.
The entire tavern, the entire breakfast room, as you say, your butt was lubed and your pants and your ass was prepared. The whole room is crickets. Everything
We,
falls dead
just
silent.
not talk. Thanks.
Alright. I got you. Here's your vial, though. Again, sorry about, the role that I played.
persuasion.
Yeah, what didn't you do?
Yeah. Wiz, go ahead and roll persuasion, please.
What am I rolling persuasion for?
See how much he's persuaded by your apology.
23.
Ronan?
This is against Constitution
Disputed.
or Wisdom.
No, it's far, far better than that. I'm actually going to give you, I'll give you your full perception bonus on that one. His persuasion versus your perception. Because you're still laughing internally about it.
Well,
Maybe.
that's not good.
He's trying to perceive how sorry you are, and you're trying to apologize persuasively.
I got an 8.
He seems very sincere to you. Like something really did make him do it.
Yeah.
You know that this world is a terrible place, and it's very possible that something otherworldly may have made him do it.
Yeah, I'm not doubting it.
Alright. So everybody eating their breakfast. Conversations over breakfast and such. Also, it's
Oh my god.
explosive.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I figured.
You gonna wrap it up?
Actually, yeah, I think that is a good place for us to stop it at breakfast. That way we can thaw out Kalora and have her come back from the healers at the beginning of next session.
Yo.
And with that said, as always, please like, share, subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it if you donated to our GoFundMe, as it will help keep us running, keep things like no data cap on the internet going. And other than that, we're gonna call that a wrap because it's like 7:30, and without Naya here, I can't go any further. But as always, guys, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us. Maybe they'll like us too. We'll be back on Thursday for another iCast Wish. Please be looking forward to y'all's questions. And as always, live long and prosper.
Love, peace, and chicken grease. Later.